Nestled in the heart of Europe, Austria is a landlocked country with a rich and diverse landscape. Its geographical features are a testament to the natural beauty and historical significance that this country holds. From the rolling hills to the towering mountains, every corner of Austria tells a story of its own. The towering Alps dominate the western and southern regions. These mountains are not just a sight to behold but also a playground for adventurers and nature enthusiasts. They offer a range of activities from skiing in the winter to hiking and mountain biking in the summer. These majestic peaks with their snow-capped summits and verdant valleys have shaped not only the country's geography but also its history. The Alps have been a natural fortress, protecting the land and its people from invasions while also serving as a source of inspiration for artists and poets. The Danube River, Europe's second longest, winds its way through Austria. This river has been a lifeline for the country, providing water, transportation, and a means of connecting with neighboring regions. It has served as a vital waterway for centuries, connecting people and cultures. The Danube has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the movement of goods and ideas, and the blending of diverse cultures along its banks. Austria's varied terrain, from alpine meadows to rolling hills and fertile plains, has created a mosaic of microclimates. Each region has its own unique weather patterns, flora and fauna, making Austria a country of incredible ecological diversity. Austria's geographical location, at the crossroads of ancient trade routes, has made it a strategic prize throughout history. These trade routes facilitated the exchange of goods, ideas and cultures, enriching Austria's heritage. The Alps, while presenting a formidable barrier, also provided protection and isolation. This isolation allowed unique cultures and traditions to flourish in the mountain villages, preserving a way of life that has remained unchanged for centuries. This unique combination of factors has fostered a distinct Austrian identity. The blend of natural beauty, historical significance, and cultural richness makes Austria a truly unique country. It is a blend of Germanic, Slavic, and Hungarian influences. This cultural melting pot is evident in Austria's festivals, cuisine, and everyday life, where traditions from different cultures come together harmoniously. The country's natural beauty, coupled with its strategic importance, has left an indelible mark on its historical narrative. From ancient castles perched on hilltops to modern cities nestled in valleys, Austria's landscape is a canvas of history and nature. Austria's climate is as varied as its landscape. The country's diverse topography results in a range of climatic conditions, from the alpine regions to the lowland areas. The western regions experience an alpine climate. This area is characterized by long, snowy winters that transform the landscape into a winter wonderland, attracting tourists from around the world. It is characterized by long, snowy winters and short, cool summers. These climatic conditions are perfect for winter sports and summer hiking, making the Alps a year-round destination. The eastern part of the country has a more continental climate. This region experiences a greater range of temperatures, with hot summers and cold, snowy winters. This brings warm summers and cold, snowy winters. The contrast between the seasons adds to the charm of the region, offering different experiences throughout the year. This climatic diversity is reflected in Austria's flora and fauna. The country is home to a wide variety of plant and animal species, each adapted to their specific environment. It ranges from alpine wildflowers to the vineyards that grace the slopes along the Danube. These vineyards produce some of the finest wines in the world, adding to Austria's rich agricultural heritage. The country's natural environment has always played a crucial role in shaping the lives of its inhabitants. The fertile plains and valleys have supported agriculture for centuries, while the mountains have provided resources and protection. From the early settlers who sought shelter in its valleys to the modern-day Austrians who enjoy its recreational opportunities, the landscape has been a constant source of sustenance and inspiration. Austria's landscape continues to captivate and inspire. Whether it's the breathtaking views, the rich history, or the vibrant culture, there is something in Austria for everyone to discover and cherish. Long before Austria emerged as a unified nation, the land was inhabited by various Celtic tribes. These skilled warriors and artisans established settlements and developed a vibrant and unique culture. Evidence of their presence can still be found in archaeological sites scattered across the country. The Celts' legacy is also evident in place names and in the enduring myths and legends that have been passed down through generations. Their influence laid the groundwork for the arrival of a new power that would leave an indelible mark on Austria's history, the Roman Empire. The Romans, drawn by the strategic importance of the region, conquered the Celtic tribes and established a province called Noricum. They recognized the strategic value of the Danube River as a natural barrier and a vital trade route. The Romans built fortified settlements along its banks, including Vindobona, which would later become Vienna. These settlements flourished under Roman rule. They became centers of trade, administration, and Roman culture. The Romans introduced their laws, language, and infrastructure, leaving a lasting impact on Austria's development. The Roman period witnessed the construction of roads, bridges, and aqueducts. These feats of engineering connected distant parts of the empire and facilitated trade and communication. They also introduced advanced agricultural practices, cultivating grapes for wine production and establishing orchards. The Romans' emphasis on order and administration laid the foundation for Austria's future political and social structures. However, the Roman Empire eventually faced internal and external pressures. As the empire weakened, Germanic tribes began to migrate into the region, forever changing its landscape. The rise of the Habsburg dynasty is a tale of strategic marriages, political acumen, and an unquenchable thirst for power. Their story is one of ambition and resilience, marked by a relentless pursuit of influence and control over vast territories. The Habsburgs, originally from Switzerland, gradually expanded their influence. From their humble beginnings, they set their sights on greater horizons, leveraging every opportunity to extend their reach. They acquired territories through inheritance, alliances, and shrewd diplomacy. Each marriage and treaty was a calculated move, designed to consolidate power and secure their position among Europe's elite. By the 15th century, they had established themselves as one of the most powerful ruling houses in Europe. Their influence was felt far and wide, as they navigated the complex web of European politics with skill and determination. The Habsburg dynasty's influence would shape the destiny of Austria and the European continent for centuries to come. Their legacy is intertwined with the history of Europe, leaving an indelible mark on the cultural and political landscape. One of the key factors in the Habsburgs' rise to prominence was their ability to secure important titles and inheritances. These titles were not just symbols of power, but also gateways to greater influence and control. Maximilian I, a shrewd strategist and diplomat, orchestrated a series of strategic marriages for his family members. His vision and foresight laid the groundwork for the Habsburgs' future dominance. These unions brought vast territories and wealth into the Habsburg fold. Each marriage was a stepping stone, adding to their ever-growing empire and solidifying their power base. Maximilian's grandson, Charles V, inherited a sprawling empire that included Spain, the Netherlands, and vast territories in the New World. His reign marked the zenith of Habsburg power as he ruled over an empire where the sun never set. The Habsburgs' vast holdings made them a major player in European politics and earned them the moniker the empire on which the sun never sets. Their influence extended across continents, shaping the course of history in profound ways. The Habsburgs were not merely conquerors and administrators, they were also great patrons of the arts and sciences. They understood the power of culture in enhancing their prestige and solidifying their legacy. They recognized that culture played a vital role in projecting power and prestige. By supporting artists, musicians, and scientists, they cultivated an image of sophistication and enlightenment. Under their patronage, Vienna became a flourishing center of music, art, and architecture. The city blossomed into a cultural hub, attracting talent from across Europe and beyond. Composers like Mozart and Haydn found a receptive audience in the Habsburg court. Their works were celebrated and supported, contributing to a golden age of music that resonated throughout Europe. The opulence of the Habsburg court and the grandeur of their palaces reflected their wealth and influence. These magnificent structures were not just homes, but symbols of their enduring power and legacy. The Schönbrunn Palace, a masterpiece of Baroque architecture, stands as a testament to the Habsburgs' lavish lifestyle and their enduring legacy. Its splendor continues to captivate visitors, a reminder of the dynasty's remarkable history and cultural contributions. The Napoleonic Wars, a series of conflicts that engulfed Europe in the early 19th century, presented a significant challenge to the Habsburg Empire. These wars, spanning from 1803 to 1815, saw numerous battles and shifting alliances that tested the mettle of European nations. Napoleon Bonaparte's ambition to dominate Europe threatened the established order. His military genius and strategic prowess led to rapid expansions of French territory. causing alarm among the traditional powers of Europe. Austria, led by Emperor Francis II, found itself at the forefront of the resistance against French expansionism. The Habsburg Empire, with its vast territories and diverse populations, was determined to curb Napoleon's influence and preserve its sovereignty. The Napoleonic Wars were a period of upheaval and change. The continent was engulfed in conflict, with battles raging from the Iberian Peninsula to the Russian steppes. The political landscape of Europe was in constant flux. They tested the Habsburg Empire's resilience and ultimately led to a redrawing of the European map. The shifting borders and changing alliances reflected the turbulent times and the struggle for dominance. Austria suffered a series of defeats at the hands of Napoleon's Grande Armée. The French forces, well-trained and led by capable generals, consistently outmaneuvered the Austrian troops. The Battle of Austerlitz, a crushing defeat for the combined Austrian and Russian forces, forced Austria to cede significant territories and accept humiliating peace terms. This battle, also known as the Battle of the Three Emperors, was a turning point in the Napoleonic Wars. However, Austria's fortunes changed after Napoleon's disastrous invasion of Russia in 1812. The harsh Russian winter and the scorched earth tactics employed by the Russians decimated Napoleon's Grande Armée. The defeat of Napoleon's army in the vastness of Russia emboldened Austria and its allies to form a new coalition against France. This coalition, known as the Sixth Coalition, included major powers like Prussia, Russia, and the United Kingdom. Following Napoleon's final defeat at the Battle of Waterloo in 1815, Austria played a pivotal role in shaping the post-war order. The battle marked the end of the Napoleonic Wars and the beginning of a new era in European politics. The Congress of Vienna, hosted by Austrian statesman Clemens von Metternich, brought together the victors of the Napoleonic Wars to redraw the map of Europe and ensure lasting peace. Metternich's diplomatic skills were instrumental in negotiating the terms of the settlement. The Congress of Vienna marked the beginning of a new era in European diplomacy. It established a framework for international relations that emphasized cooperation and collective security. It emphasized balance of power and collective security. The idea was to prevent any one nation from becoming too powerful and to maintain stability through a system of checks and balances. Austria, under Metternich's guidance, emerged from the Congress of Vienna as a leading power in the newly formed Concert of Europe. This diplomatic framework aimed to maintain peace and stability through regular meetings and negotiations among the great powers. This system aimed to maintain peace and stability through diplomacy and cooperation among the great powers. The Concert of Europe was a pioneering effort in international relations, setting the stage for future diplomatic endeavors and the eventual formation of international organizations dedicated to peace and cooperation.